Hi, everybody. I'm Mike Null on YouTube. I'm at QualityMike84. Today is Friday, the 18th of October, 2024. Today, I'm coming to you from beautiful Hot Springs, Arkansas. In my previous videos, I had mentioned a few of Dr. W. Edwards Deming's 14 points, and I want to keep sharing those with you. Today, I'm calling my topic Breaking Down Silos, although that metaphor may not be the best representation of what we want to achieve. Deming's words are break down barriers between departments. People in research, design, sales, and production must work as a team to foresee problems of production and in use that may be encountered with the product or service. So the silos metaphor, we say that to describe the nature of functional departments that are managed separately. So if you live in an agricultural area or have ever driven through, you've probably seen those big, tall, narrow grain silos, and they're often like right next to each other. Sometimes there's just one. And like those silos, departments are right next to each other, and they're tall in the sense that there's a lot of layers of management. And these departments could be anything, manufacturing, engineering, human resources, and so on. So this, my friends, is a logical and natural way to organize functions in any large organization. And we're not going to break that down. You do need to have people who understand engineering in charge of the engineering department, manufacturing experts in charge of manufacturing, so on. But what tends to happen is whatever department you're in, when you come to work, you come in and you generally see and talk to people only in your department. And then when a project comes along, it'll go from department to department without much interaction between them. So, for example, sales may do their part, hand it off to engineering. Engineering designs it and then send it to manufacturing. They build it, send it to logistics. It goes to the customer. And everybody else, like human resources, supply chain, facilities, they're just sitting in the background, humming along, waiting for somebody to ask them to do something. And, and then they may react to projects that are already halfway done. So, but this is a good and logical flow for a project. But most of these issues could be foreseen if everybody got together and was involved early on in the project. And here's some examples. When we start a project, do we understand the skills that we need? Maybe we need to hire people. Maybe we need to train people. Do we understand the supply lead times for some of the critical parts? Do we need to change the physical facility to accommodate the processes? Are we really addressing the design challenges? And when we're competing for business, do we understand, get this, how can we take any of these challenges and turn them into a competitive advantage? Now, as I've said before, one of my favorite roles as a quality engineer was navigating between silos and getting people together to work on problems. And this is a great thing to do, but it's just a Band-Aid. It does not address the structurally ingrained lack of communication that can hinder project success. So it would be much better to get people together early in the project, the right stakeholders, and get their input. And I don't know how many times we were working on root cause analysis of a problem, and we asked, why didn't you have someone from manufacturing or production in your preliminary design review? And if they were there, did they feel like they could step in and tell you about the pitfalls they could see? Did you have the floor level guy who's built it 100 times? And usually the answer was, well, we invited them, but they didn't come. Or, yeah, they were there, but they never say anything. And I wasn't there as the quality engineer either. So I wonder if the guy said, look, I've built 100 of these before, and what you have here is not going to work. And then they say, wait a minute, we're engineers, we got this. So I don't know if that was said or not, but I can kind of imagine it. So not only do you have to have the structure and the process in place and the right stakeholders in the room, you also have to have the kind of culture where you have mutual respect and you listen to all the input and really address it. I'm going to switch over a little bit and talk about Scrum because I'm a big fan of that, and I'm a certified Scrum Master, and it's something I'm familiar with. And Scrum was designed for delivering software, and I've seen models of all kinds of products and services being delivered in the Scrum process. And Scrum has the stakeholder involvement baked into it, but I'm going to tell you, friends, even without the right communications, the right culture of openness, Scrum will not help. So let's take another angle on this. I love listening to audiobooks on my commute, and I got Walter Isaacson's biography of Steve Jobs on audiobook, and I really recommend it. Anything by Isaacson, you're going to learn a lot from. And I like the part where Jobs designed the Apple headquarters so that the bathrooms were all in the center of the building so that everyone would have to cross paths with everyone else in hopes of some serendipitous meeting that would lead to the next innovation. And I was in love with that idea, but then I thought, why do we depend on serendipity? Or why do we depend on luck for people to talk to each other? If you have an opportunity to design processes, if you have an opportunity to influence the culture of your organization, make sure the right people are talking and set the tone for respect and set the example for listening to people's concerns. And I'm at Quality Mike 84 on YouTube. I'm on LinkedIn. I'm on Facebook under BPMW, Business Process Management Writing. Physically, I'm normally in the North Dallas area, and I have time slots available if you want to give me a call or sit down for a cup of coffee. We have a networking group going on in the area, and this coming week we're going to do a resume workshop. So please message me if you want to join in on that. Thank you very much.